kvCORE has helped us generate millions in GCI through strategically placed squeeze pages, landing pages, smartphone numbers, and on and on. But it wasn't always that way. It's taken us thousands of hours and thousands of dollars to really dial it in. So today, let's look at 7 ways to generate real estate leads leveraging kvCORE. So be sure to stay to the end because there's a strategy that takes less than 2 seconds to implement and is a direct competitor to our friends over at Zillow. Okay, so let's ease into it. Let's start with the IDX website. Your kvCORE website has the MLS, or at least it should. So if you haven't connected it with your association, with your MLS, your brokerage, go ahead and take care of that right now. And that's already part of the core offering within kvCORE. Regardless if you're paying for kvCORE yourself or your brokerage is paying for this, let's start leveraging that IDX website. So let's start off by pushing your website everywhere. I'm talking your email signatures, your social media bios, all of the professional directories such as Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, everywhere. Because when somebody goes to your website, the moment they start searching for homes, they will be asked to input their contact information, aka you're generating real estate leads. And here's a pro tip to really brand yourself, especially if you're an agent that is not paying for kvCORE directly, especially if you're a real estate agent that has a sub account from your brokerage or your team leader. Go out and buy a domain at places like GoDaddy and buy a domain that's branded to you. You want to carry that domain with you regardless of the brokerage that you're a part of. Once you buy that domain, which is going to cost you a couple of bucks, you have 2 options. Redirect that domain directly to your website, or you allow kvCORE to host that domain name within the kvCORE website. As an example, if you buy dallashouses.com, when somebody goes to that website, if you do a simple redirect, your kvCORE URL is going to show up. But if you allow kvCORE to host it, it's going to cost you a little bit more. However, your domain is actually going to show up front and center. Now, the second way to generate real estate leads is using a squeeze page in the form of a single property website. Now, here's the deal. Before we go further, we really need to establish the difference between squeeze pages and landing pages. The easiest way to think about this is when you're hearing squeeze pages from kvCORE's perspective, you're talking about properties. Anything that has to do with properties, squeeze pages, just make that connection. Now, when you hear landing pages, again, from a kvCORE perspective, you're thinking of everything else. So as an example, if you're going to offer additional information on a particular home that's on the MLS, then we're going to go with squeeze pages. But if we're going to offer a cheat sheet on how to buy a house, then we're going to go over here with landing pages. Start seeing those differences. But let's get back to the strategy. I wanted to make sure that you understood the differences because it's going to matter as we continue going in this list. The strategy here is simple. We're going to create a squeeze page in the form of a single property website that we're then going to drive traffic through either organic means or paid means. So we're going to go to our kvCORE and select a home that we think is undervalued. Once you have a home that you think fits the bill, now we're going to go over to our social media channels and we're going to post the following. Who wants additional information on the most undervalued home in Dallas County right now? And what you're going to find here after a couple of minutes, you're going to start seeing some people posting on that post saying, I absolutely want some additional information. So you're going to like their comment, acknowledge their comment, and you're going to slide into the DMs. And it's in the DMs that you're going to deliver the URL of that single property website that you created. You can also run ads with similar messaging via Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and on. But before we continue, where are my manners? Allow me to welcome you to my channel. My name is Jaime Resendiz, and I help real estate professionals exponentially grow their business through actionable content. And I'm on a mission to help reduce the over 80% failure rate for real estate agents. So if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, this can really help me out. And the third strategy to generate real estate leads through kvCORE is by leveraging those same squeeze pages, but this time we're going to do saved searches. We're going back to saved searches, but this time we're talking about multiple homes. This is very similar to what you do already with clients that you already have, with people that you're helping purchase, because chances are you already have a saved search for your clients. So here we're going to create a saved search, which is going to give us a URL that we're going to then be able to distribute to the people that we attract. So here again, we have the option of doing organic strategies to bring traffic to us or do paid strategies. And same as before, people are going to comment on your post, and that's when you slide in the DMs. And from a paid perspective, essentially what you're offering is a list of investment homes. So you're going to run that Facebook ad, that Instagram ad, that YouTube ad, and that Google ad to start attracting leads. Strategy number 4, a home value squeeze page. So here, once again, we're leveraging a squeeze page to generate us some leads, but this time we're focusing on the listing side, some seller leads. Because with this home valuation squeeze page, users are able to input their address and get an instant report back. But it's going to require them to give you their contact information in order to get that report. And here, once again, you have the option of driving traffic to this offer through an organic way or through a paid way. So just rinse and repeat the same structure that I shared in the previous two strategies. But remember, this time you're speaking to homeowners, so speak that language. Strategy number 5, now we get to landing pages. Now remember the difference. Previously, we were talking about squeeze pages that had to do with everything about homes. Now we're talking about landing pages, which is everything else. Here we can offer cheat sheets, calculators, anything of value that a user might want. Let's just say you make a short form video where you talk about seller net proceeds. And you throw that video up on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and TikTok. And within that video, you invite people to reach out to you that want access to a seller net sheet, which is essentially a Google sheet that you created that factors in all of the expenses that go with the home sale. So you would create that calculator on a Google sheet. That's going to give you a URL, which makes it shareable. So now you're going to go to kvCORE and you're going to create this landing page that requests their name and their contact information in exchange for that seller net sheet. It really is that simple. You don't need to pay another company to create these for you. These landing pages are so simple to set up. The 6th way to generate real estate leads through kvCORE is by leveraging the smart phone number. This is when you can ask somebody to text a certain code to a certain number and an automated system takes over. This is actually presently the coolest strategy. This allows you to get very creative with your marketing. You can ask somebody to text 123 Main to your smartphone number, and in return, they get additional information on a property. Or you can offer anything else that you want. Think of this as a squeeze page and a landing page all rolled into one. But the beauty of this strategy is once somebody texts you, guess what? You have their real phone number because they're texting you from it. Now, the 7th way to generate real estate leads on kvCORE is actually going to shock you. And that is by leveraging kvCORE to create one-click posting directly onto Craigslist. Now, you may be thinking, Craigslist? When's the last time anybody went to that website? Well, according to recent stats, globally, it was 492nd in traffic. In the United States, it was 101. And in the real estate category, it was actually the 2nd most visited website. Isn't that crazy? A lot of people are sleeping on Craigslist. Don't let that be you. Now, if you're thinking, well, if Craigslist is number 2, what's number 1? You already know. So the strategy here is simple. You're going to go to your kvCORE and you're going to find a property that has an average value right where you want to be working. And then you're going to make sure that you know your state regulations and your brokerage rules so you have permission to market it. So then you're going to go directly from kvCORE and create a Craigslist post in less than 2 seconds. Now, the first time that you do this, it will ask for you to connect to your Craigslist account or create an account in the event that you don't have one. But after that, you're ready to go. You can start finding properties on kvCORE that you have permission to market and just go directly to Craigslist. And you're going to allow that huge traffic that Craigslist presently has for your benefit.